Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Thales. This is my channel about English language. We cover from basic to advanced and we have more than 600 videos available. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to get the latest updates. I upload videos almost every day. And we talk about English vocabulary and English grammar. Well, basic videos, right? We have basic videos which are spread throughout 3 different playlists. Basic videos have explanations in Portuguese, and intermediate advanced videos, they are in English only. So this video, for example, is part of the playlist Advanced Idioms Vocabulary. We talk about English idioms, phrasal verbs, and vocabulary related to advanced level. Before we begin, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to get the latest updates, and give the thumbs up if you enjoy the content from my videos. So let's get into today's topic. We will talk about a word which is very uncommon in English. Very uncommon. At least I haven't heard much about it. Is this. The pronunciation of this word is a little exotic, right? It's different from what I expected. It is albeit, right? Which means even though, although, notwithstanding. So we use this word when we want to express ideas, opposite ideas, to express adverse ideas. So I will show you a set of examples and you will understand. Even though it's very common, I guess you already know the meaning of even though, although, but notwithstanding is uncommon. I don't see much, but it's important for you to acknowledge these words as well as albeit, because both of them are advanced level words which can appear in tests, right? Proficiency tests, advanced tests, examinations, public contests, right? So you have to be aware of such words. Okay, the first example. The evening was very pleasant, albeit a little quiet. Okay, so the evening was very pleasant. Here I'm expressing an idea, an opinion. I'm saying that I enjoyed the evening, albeit a little quiet. So this shows a contrast according to the speaker, because pleasant may be this person expected the evening to be more loud, to have more people, and he says that the evening was a little quiet. The second example, he tried, albeit without success. Okay, so he tried, he gave it a shot, he made an effort, but he didn't achieve success. All right? So, albeit, right? The pronunciation is very uncommon, I have to admit. The pronunciation is like this, albeit. You see? Albeit. You have 2 stress syllables that you have to be aware of, which is the first one, albeit, right? Albeit. I suppose you don't pronounce the last T.
Albeit. albeit,
You see, you don't pronounce the last letter. Albeit. He tried, albeit without success. The third example. The US finally agreed. Okay, so the US reached an agreement about something, right? Albeit unwillingly to support the UN action. When you agree with something, let's talk about the meaning of this sentence. When you have an idea or when you have an agreement with someone, probably you did it because you wanted to, right? When I say, for example, this word unwillingly, let's understand what this word means, okay? Unwillingly. Willing. Let's first explore willing. Willing comes from will. Will, it's something that you want to do. When you do something in free will, it means that you are willing to do something. It's something that you desire, that's something that you want to do. Willingly is when you add ly, you turn this word into an adverb. For example, he willingly did something. It means that he did something aware, right, of his decision. He did something because he wanted to do. But when you add the prefix an, it gives us the opposite idea. So he is not willing to do something. Unwillingly means not willing to do, right? So coming back to this sentence, the US finally agreed. Okay, so when you agreed, you expect to agree willingly. But here is different. The US agreed, albeit unwillingly. So the US did something. He was, the country was, how can I say, forced to do something against their will, right? Or did something that the country wouldn't do willingly. The US didn't want to support the UN action, but the US had to agree. So the US finally agreed to support the UN action. But if the US had to take a decision willingly, the US would take the decision in a way that it's not supposed to support the UN action. The country didn't want to support the action, but it had to agree for some reason. We don't have all elements here to understand why the US finally agreed to do this. But here we have an idea that is unwillingly, something that the US had to do. The next one. Bob's letter was indeed published. Okay, so Bob has a letter and it was published, albeit in a somewhat abbreviated form. Okay, so letter, let's say that you want something published, a letter, a composition, whatever. Bob expects his letter to be published. Okay, the letter, was it published? Yes, it was published, albeit in a somewhat abbreviated form. So Bob or someone wasn't expecting the letter to be published in an abbreviated form. You see? So it expresses an opposite idea. Bob's letter was indeed published. Okay, but albeit in a somewhat abbreviated form. Not in full. The letter was published, but not in everything that is written there. Okay? Another word that we want to explore today is insofar as. When you first see this expression, insofar is a single word, insofar as. But insofar, you can see that it comes from in, so, far. Okay? You can separate to understand the meaning. Insofar as has the same meaning as to the extent that, to the degree that. Okay? You understand the meaning of some expressions when you see the sentences, right? The first one, she had done her best to comfort him, insofar as she was able. Okay, so she had done her best to comfort him, but to the extent that she was able. She couldn't do anything beyond she was able, right? I guess nobody can. When you do something, you do insofar as your abilities, what you are capable of doing, okay? The next example, we agree only insofar as the budget is concerned. Okay, so when we say we agree, okay, do we agree in everything, right? All ideas, everything about the report, about the financial report, do we agree with everything? No, we agree only to the extent that the budget is concerned. So when we talk about the budget of the company, we agree with each other. But when we talk beyond the budget, we have several disagreements, several contradictory ideas, okay? So we agree only to the extent that, to the degree that, the budget, when we talk about the budget. So insofar as the budget is concerned. Ideas regarding the budget, okay, we agree. When we talk about anything else, no, we don't agree. Here we have some synonyms to the expression insofar as, and so far as. I know this expression, insofar as, is very common. You can do this, so far as, okay? So you are giving a condition to someone do something. In so much as, I don't use this expression, but it's advanced vocabulary, and you have to at least be aware that this expression exists. When you read the text, when you make a composition, when you listen to someone talking, giving a lecture, giving a speech, teaching, informal situations, it's possible that you may come in contact with expressions such as in so much as, in so much that, in so much as, in as much as. Okay? So they have the same meaning. The next example, the news is good. Okay, so I'm listening to the news, I'm reading the news. Okay, the news is good insofar as it suggests that a solution may be possible. Okay, so I agree that the news is good to the extent that it's possible to have a solution. if a solution wasn't possible, maybe I wouldn't have the same opinion. Maybe the goods or the news wouldn't be good, okay? Just remember, the news is used only in plural. You don't say the new, right? The news is a collective noun regarding newspapers, news show on TV, right? Or cable news, CNN, cable news network, for example. Did you know that CNN stands for Cable News Network? The next example, insofar as I know, there are no other complications for obtaining the building permit. Okay, so it's like, as far as I'm concerned is also another expression. So insofar as I know, so it means that I have limits to what I know. I don't know everything. So as far as I'm concerned, given the information I have now, I believe there are no other complications for obtaining the building permit. So it's relatively easy to obtain the permit to build something, right? To build a building, to build a house. We don't know what it's talking about here. The next one, I'll do the work. I'll do the work insofar as I'm able. What does it mean? Okay, I will do the work. I'm doing the work, but we have a condition, insofar as I'm able. If I'm not able to do this, I'm not doing the work. It's like a condition, right? It's like a limitation. If I'm not able, I want to do the work, okay? And last but not least, we have, she'll get her math homework done insofar as she can. Okay, so it means that she will get her math homework done. This is a way of saying that she will do her math homework. She has a homework and she has to get it done. She has to do something insofar as she can. It means that she will do, but it depends, right? Let's say I don't know everything about the math homework. I will do to the best of my abilities. Probably there are some exercises that I won't be able to do, or I will do what I can. I will do what's possible to do. That's the idea expressed here. It's like a condition. It's like a limitation, a condition or a limitation that you will do that, but to the extent of something, to the degree of something, right? To the extent that, to the degree that I'm able, to the extent that I can, right? That's the whole meaning. So summarizing, we have studied today two expressions, two words, and a set of examples. Insofar as, so far as, insomuch that, insomuch as, inasmuch as, they have the same meaning as to the extent that, to the degree that. It shows a limitation, a condition, right? And we have these explained throughout the examples. And we have this exotic word, which is pronounced albeit, meaning even though, although, notwithstanding, right? Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Keep watching. We will explore more vocabulary, right? More advanced vocabulary regarding focusing on the words that are used in formal English, okay? So see you next time. Bye bye.